guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today I'm coming to you with one of my spiritualization videos, and today we're going to be focusing on the different types of journaling and what they can do to manifest an abundant, successful life that you deserve today. So I'm going to go through the 3 different types of journaling that I do because it's a really good way to raise your frequency every single day and bring the things into your life that you're desiring into fruition faster than ever before. So before we get into the video, do not forget to subscribe to my channel if you like videos like this, and also go and check me out on my Instagram as well. I have my handles on the screen for you guys to go and check me out over there. And without further ado, let's just get straight into the video. So today I wanted to do another spiritualization video. I've been super passionate about this topic as of late. It's something that's really kind of got me back into my YouTube because I feel like I'm delivering stuff that can really help you grow, and I seem to be getting a lot of really great responses from you guys as well. So I do predominantly do beauty on my channel. I like to now break that up with spiritualization because it's just something that I feel like anyone can benefit from. It's not exclusive to one particular group. Literally anyone, any gender, any age, any demographic literally can start doing this and manifesting their best life, because at the end of the day we should all be here to build each other up and be the best versions of ourselves and help others be the best versions of themselves. So if you can pass this information on to somebody and really change their life, like honestly, that is the best gift that you can ever receive in this world, is helping others be the best versions of themselves. So I wanted to go through and show you guys my journals and what I do every single morning and what is the purpose of that type of journaling. So I've got all 3 of my journals just here. I literally got all of these from Kmart. I'm like a Kmart connoisseur. So these 3 all serve a different purpose, and I use them at different times of the day in order to manifest the things that I'm desiring at that point in my life. And I'll think about it as to whether I show you guys what I'm currently manifesting and what I'm currently working on and scripting and stuff like that. So stay tuned to see if I end up talking about those in this video. I'm not quite sure if I will, but fingers crossed that might end up happening. But let's dive into the first type of journaling that I do. So this is my first journal that I use. This is my everyday personal journaling. So what's really good about this type of journaling, this book is again from Kmart. I think it was $5, and it's like all blank pages. I've got a couple of entries in the front because this is a new one for me, and literally the pattern's just like, it looks kind of like a bowl, but I'm not quite sure. It looks really intricate on the front and I really liked it. So honestly, a journal is a journal, so use what you've got. The benefits of daily journaling is it can be a really great way to shift internal stress. So you could be festering something quite negative and you might not even know it. So if you're finding it really hard to deal with the stresses of the pandemic right now, you may have potentially lost your job, you may be finding that you're gaining weight, you can't communicate with your friends and family the way that you used to. I mean, it feels like it's a completely different world now to what we were living in literally 3 months ago. I just feel like honestly in Melbourne particularly, which is where I'm from, it's just not getting any better. I feel like we are the epicenter for the virus in Australia. It's ridiculous. But for me, I have found that daily journaling has really shifted my mentality from, oh my god, I'm panicking all the time, I don't understand what's happening, to okay, let's get those feelings out on paper and see what's really going on. It's a place that you can be safe, and I think that's what people really enjoy the most about daily journaling, is that they can be their raw, authentic self in their journal and know that it's going to be kept private. I mean, I don't know what your living situation is, but you can hide it somewhere if you don't want people to read it, or if you live alone, it doesn't really matter. But you can be your true authentic self on that paper and know that what you're saying is safe, and you can say it outright no matter what it is, and it's a really good way to shift negative energy. So for me, I think I was having a particularly bad day with my self-esteem. I was feeling overweight because I have gained quite a bit of weight since being in quarantine. I mean, I've been having all the snacks. Don't get me started. I've been having all the snacks. I love cheese. Yeah, I was having a day where I just really wasn't feeling good about myself. So I translated that from the energy that I was holding inside me to writing a journal entry and really thinking to myself, what am I doing? I'm actually fueling the fire by thinking about this in my mind and agreeing with my ego, which is telling me that I'm unattractive, it's telling me that I'm overweight, it's telling me that I'm not worthy, and I'm listening to it. So when you write this sort of stuff down in your daily journal, which I do, I write down things that are making me happy, I write down things that are making me upset, and I actually read back over what I've written. I don't read over anything whilst I'm writing it. I just free write, and then I look back at it and I think to myself, is that really me speaking, or is that my ego speaking? Because your ego can be really hard on you. It can literally go out of its way to try and bring you down. So the beauty of everyday journaling is that you can actually recognize those emotions and work on them. It's obviously about how seriously you can take this. It's not like, dear diary, today I have a crush on blah 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 blah. It's like you are talking about your true self, your authentic self, how you're really feeling, and it's how you can check in with your emotions and make sure they're aligned with what you want to achieve. Because if you're thinking negatively, you're going to bring negative things into your life. By moving that negative energy from inside to outside on the paper, it really can shift that out of your being, and that's what you want to do. You want to become positive minded. You want to have a positive core to yourself, because your mind and your body are connected, and by keeping your mind positive, you start to treat your body in a positive way too, and in turn it will be healthy. It will increase your self-esteem, it will increase your dopamine and your endorphins, and in turn you will become an all-round more positive individual. So that's why I do it every single day. I do it at the end of the day, because I find that I'm fresh in the mornings, and I find that I have more room to be thankful in the mornings, which is where I'm going to touch on the other types of scripting and journaling that I do in the mornings. But at the end of the day, I may have had things that have impacted me. I might have done some self-sabotaging actions, and I will talk about that on my channel as well, about self-sabotage and limiting beliefs. Things like that may have happened throughout the day which have impacted me, and I want to get that out of my system. I want to remain on a positive frequency, and by daily journaling and getting that out of my being and onto the paper is literally the best way for me to end my day. Every single day. I've been doing this for about 2 weeks now, which is the daily journaling. I actually started doing a different form of journaling, which I will tell you guys about. This is something I picked up recently, and I honestly felt the effects of this within like the first 2 days. I just felt better within myself. I felt better within my decisions. I felt stronger as a person, and honestly, it's a really, really good way to start on your spiritualist journey. And literally it's as simple as just writing down how you feel that day, or what you did that day, or what you ate that day, and basically reflecting on you as a person. And it's a really good way to look back on your life in the future as well, because you can look back on your responses and be like, oh wow, I was a totally different person back then, or I grew so much from that point. So yeah, I definitely recommend it's something that you start today. Okay, so the next type of journaling that I like to talk about is gratitude journaling. Now this is quite a popular form of journaling. It seemed to really have taken off in the last 2 to 3 years, and you can actually buy journals these days that have like the full layout of what you're grateful for that day, what you're going to do that day, all the energy, things that you're going to let go of and stuff like that. But I mean, I feel like that's kind of a bit more commercialized. All you need is literally just another journal. Again, this one I got from Kmart for $5. You probably can't see it from back there, but it says breathe on the front, and it's this beautiful baby blue, and it's like a really nice like material. I'm not quite sure if you can see, you probably can't, but it's this beautiful soft material. So it's like a proper hardcover book, and then it has like a little bookmark here as well, which is quite nice. So gratitude journaling is where you start your day thanking the universe for everything that it has given you. So every single day we live our lives, and there are things that come into volition that the universe has granted us through either our energy or just through general being the universe. So if we thank the universe for the positive things that we have already attained in our life, it does already set us up for a strong positive energy frequency, which is going to bring more positive things into our lives thereafter. So it's a really good way to set the tone for the day. So I like to literally, as soon as I get to my desk in the morning, because we are working from home, I like to get up a little bit earlier than I normally would and sit down and write out the things that I'm grateful for that day. So I only literally write out one page. I will show you guys one of the pages. So it's not, they're like not too large. So like it's literally, I don't know, like 30 lines maybe. It's really not that much content. And I write down 3 things in detail that I'm grateful for. I date it. I say things like, "Dear universe, I'm so grateful for this beautiful life I'm living. I thank you for everything in the present moment and the future to come. Currently, 3 things I'm grateful for are," and then I'll go into step by step what I'm super grateful for. So that's just kind of like an example of how to set the tone for gratitude journaling. You don't need a template. You literally just need an empty book. By giving thanks to the universe, you're automatically raising your frequency. So you're thinking about the things that you already have, that are already in existence, that make you a happy, positive, energetic, and all-round wholesome person. So it could be having a roof over your head, it could be having access to fresh water, it could be having a bed to sleep in that's clean every night. Things like that that you might think are just your average whatevers are literally life-changing for other people. So sometimes you need to stop and think about those things, like just how lucky you are to have the basic essentials in life. And if you're able to be positive and happy to have just those essentials, it really does set the tone for your day. Just to know that you're already so lucky to have this life, and the universe has granted that life to you. So giving thanks and focusing on those things sets the tone for positive energy throughout the day. So I talked about this in my recent spiritual video on the law of attraction. Positive energy attracts positive energy. Negative energy attracts negative energy. So like attracts like. So if you're setting the day with that positive energy to start with, more positive things are going to happen to you throughout the day. And that is where you can connect this type of journaling directly to scripture. So I'm going to talk about that next. But honestly, gratitude journaling is the first thing that you should do every single morning, be it physically in a book, be it saying it to yourself as soon as you wake up in the mornings, or when you're brushing your teeth, or when you're doing your morning routine, anything like that. Honestly, giving thanks and gratitude journaling really does put you ahead of the pack automatically like that. Okay, so the last type of journaling that I have to talk about today is scripting. Now this is what was the gateway for me into this world. Like, I thought this was a load of like lies. I thought this was just a joke. So I knew of the law of attraction, I knew of manifestation, and I was just like, yeah, I'll get around to doing it eventually, it's whatever. But then I came across scripting. So for me, I'm a very, how do I put it? I'm a numbers person. I like to physically see what I'm doing manifest into something physical. I'm not kind of about just talking to myself and then seeing something happen. It just doesn't really work for me. It's not tangible. So I like to be physically making a difference. And I feel like scripting is that. It's that link between thinking about something and then something happening. It's physically doing something through writing that draws that thing that you want in life into volition. So scripting is talking about your life as you want it to be in the I am tense. So for example, if you wanted a raise at work, I am currently working in the department of this company. I am paid X amount of money. I love my job because of X. I got this job through working hard, backing my abilities, and applying internally for the position. I love this position. I'm grateful every day for this role, and I'm so happy that I'm here today. Thank you. So scripting is talking about your life in the present tense as if it's already happened. So how I like to think about this, it brings your conscious desires to the forefront of your mind. And if it's in the forefront of your mind, you're actively going to take actions throughout your day to make that thing happen. So for example, if it was, like I said, the job title that you wanted to obtain, it would be literally bringing that to the forefront of your mind. So throughout the day, you'd probably be asking for additional work from your boss to basically set the tone for your abilities. You'd be looking at the department in work that you want to shift into. You would get to know the people in that space. You'd start looking at people on LinkedIn that already worked in that kind of domain of work. You'd literally take active steps to bring that possibility of that life into volition. So I know I said it a lot, it's just my favorite way of putting things, but yeah, it is literally bringing something from the future to the present. Like, do you love what I did with my hand there? Isn't that funny? Anyway, so you talk as if it's already happened. So how I like to see scripting and how I like to see the world is that everything has already happened. Your life book has already been written. Now, like I said, with that job that you wanted to get, or that promotion or whatnot, that chapter in your book of life has already happened. It's already been written, it's already there. Now, what we're trying to do is shift the energy from that chapter that hasn't been written yet into being published. So we want to make that your next chapter. So it's sitting there. It's sitting there in your manuscript. It's sitting there in the draft. Now you want to make that happen. So what we're doing is talking about it as if it's already happened, and that therefore draws that part of your life into the current life. It draws it into the chapter that you're reading. So I just feel like that's the best way to put it, because if you think of all these things as chapters that are already written, they're just waiting to get published, and you are the one that is deciding to publish those chapters. It's like you have the full control. You literally have control over this energy and all these things happening in your life, and that's why you need to start doing it. Because if you're not doing this kind of method of scripting and shifting of energy, like these things that you want in life, they're just wants. They're not actually going to happen. They're just desires. They're just in the background. So scripting is that gateway between the energy of now and the energy and the life of the future. So by writing it, you are inevitably making it happen. Now, this has happened to me recently with a major purchase. I mentioned it in my law of attraction video. If you haven't seen that video, I will have it linked up in the cards for you to go and check that out, because I loved making that video. This topic is something that I am super passionate about. So literally this works. Like, hear it from me, this works. So basically the premise of scripting is, when you're writing this stuff down, you have to truly believe that it has happened or it is about to happen. So if you do truly believe, there is literally no way that these things cannot happen, because you are literally living your life with the energy of it already happening. So the universe basically has to deliver. Now, this is something that has to happen constantly. It's not going to happen within a day. It can happen within a day. It's not like unheard of for things to start happening literally instantly, but it's something that you need to be consistent with. So for example, when I was looking to purchase a house, I basically scripted about that for 10 days, and then it just happened. I mean, it still baffles me entirely that it's even happened. Like, it's crazy. So you have to shift the energy, and you do that through gratitude journaling, and you can do that to the next level with scripting. If you do the two together, you're thanking the universe for what you have, but then you're telling the universe what you want, and the universe will deliver. So that is everything for this video. I have talked about 3 different types of journaling today. I've talked about daily journaling, gratitude journaling, and scripting. I will break these down again into more detailed sections of what they are, how to use them, why you need to do them, and why I started doing them. I will tell you guys like some personal stories of me using these particular methods of journaling and how it has impacted my life. But for now, I wanted to give you guys an overview. If there's anything in particular that you guys would like to discuss regarding any of these particular areas, I would love to chat to you in the comments below about them. So definitely leave me a comment down there. And if you have any areas of spiritualism that you would like to talk about in my future videos, please do let me know, because I am super keen to keep filming in this space, and I'm really enjoying it. So thanks again for stopping by, and do not forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks guys. Bye.